President Hugo Chávez followed his least convincing election victory, a still powerful 55% of the vote, with a phone call to his challenger on Monday and an appeal for national unity. But there appeared to be little prospect of concessions to the opposition, despite its relatively strong showing. With 97% of the vote counted, Mr. Chávez won with 8 million votes, compared with 6.4 million votes and 44% for his rival, Enrique Radowski, the closest race since Mr. Chávez took office in 1999. In the last election, in 2006, Mr. Chávez won by "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." 26%. Both Mr. Chávez and Mr. Capriles mentioned the call in Twitter posts, referring to unity and mutual respect. That was something of a change, particularly for Mr. Chávez, who spent much of the campaign calling his opponent good-for-nothing or little Yankee. In a news conference on Monday, Mr. Capriles' campaign manager, Armando Briquet, related that Mr. Capriles said of the call that Mr. Chávez had, for the first time, called him by his proper name. But there was little indication of a warmer tone on display at a news conference. "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased," held by the National Assembly President, Diosdado Cabello, the leader in Mr. Chávez's party, who called the vote for Mr. Chávez the resounding majority. You hear some people now, the opposition, saying, "You've got to recognize the 6 million and some who voted against the government," Mr. Cabello said. "So please, don't forget about the 8 million who voted for Chávez." Mr. Chávez will start his new 6-year term in January, after 14 years in power. But there is uncertainty about at least some of his direction. On Sunday night, he said "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased." Planned to take the country farther down the road to his version of 21st century socialism, but he has yet to make clear what that means. Analysts said it could include steps to extend state control further over portions of the economy, possibly through a new wave of expropriations of privately owned companies. He is likely to increase emphasis on a system of thousands of so-called communes, community councils that are meant to encourage grassroots democracy, like the creation of communally run businesses. But Mr. Chávez may be hindered in the short term. "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased," by the looming economic reckoning, which economists said could include a sharp cut in government spending, a devaluation of the currency, and an increase in inflation. The government used a huge spending increase to boost the economy and consolidate support before the election, according to Ricardo Hausmann, the director of the Center for International Development at Harvard University. At the same time, it used price controls and cheap imports to tamp down inflation. "They engineered an electoral year boom, but that is now going to fizzle," said Mr. Hausmann, who supported Mr. Capriles. He predicted "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased. The recession that could bring political consequences. I think there's going to be disappointment with Chávez fairly soon," he said. Mr. Chávez's health is a major question. He has been fighting cancer, and his illness forced him to maintain a reduced schedule during the campaign. But he has refused to provide details about the cancer, including the type and where it was found. That has led to speculation that he may become too ill to govern and may eventually have to step down. Mr. Chávez has built a highly centralized and personalized administration in "Thank you for trying verbose. This recording will go away once the product has been purchased," which he makes